Gary Peters, one of Michigan's U.S. senators, is not seeking re-election. So in 2026, we need to vote for someone to replace him. Now, as far as Democrats go, we currently have three options. We have Mallory McMorrow, who is part of the state legislature. We have Haley Stevens, who is currently a U.S. representative. And we have Abdul El-Sayed, who recently, most notably back in 2018, ran for the governor's position and came in second behind Gretchen Whitmer. When it comes to Haley Stevens, she's about as establishment as you can get, the most cookie-cutter establishment candidate available. When it comes to corporate PAC money and APAC money, she accepts both of those things. It is sort of common knowledge, but unconfirmed, that Chuck Schumer encouraged her to run for Senate in this race. Why? Because of Abdul El-Sayed. Now, before I move on to Abdul, I want to show you this clip of Haley where she's asked what we can learn from Mamdani's recent win.
Well, look, I'm very focused on Michigan right now, and I'm rigorously campaigning here. But one thing I did hear is that when we focus on costs and how to lower costs, and I mean this very seriously, we have $1.3 trillion of credit card debt in this country right now. We should be looking at the default rates, particularly in our own state of Michigan. The basic goods are not.
That's great, Haley, but that's not the question you were asked. That's a candidate that when you ask them a question they don't want to answer, they're going to pivot and answer a question that you didn't ask and talk about what they want to talk about. That is what you will get from Haley Stevens. When Chuck Schumer says jump, she will say how high. When it comes to what's recently happened with the government shutdown, a lot of people believe that Chuck Schumer said, well, you guys are safe, so vote this way. If you want a candidate who's going to listen to you, and not just what Chuck Schumer wants, not just what the establishment wants, not just what the corporations and the oligarchs want, it's not Haley Stevens. Now, what about Abdul El-Sayed? I voted for him in the primary for the gubernatorial race back in 2018. And if you like Mamdani, if you like Bernie Sanders, then Abdul El-Sayed is your guy. And you're going to like all of his policies. I like pretty much all of his policies. I think he's an exceptional candidate, which is why I voted for him for governor. And I think he's going to make an extremely good senator, especially in light of what we have seen our senators do most recently. Now, it didn't include Gary Peters, but if you know anything about Gary Peters, that's actually a surprise. So what about Mallory McMorrow? I think she's a good candidate. I'd like to see her primary Slotkin, for instance. But when it comes between her and El-Sayed, I'm going to pick Abdul every single time. He is the clear progressive. He stands strong in his conviction, and he's been about this for quite some time. I find Mallory to be waffling and not sure of her footing in this race. She seems somewhere between Stevens and Abdul. Her policies are more progressive, but it took until last month for her to call what is happening to the Palestinian people a genocide, and that answer kind of had to be dragged out of her. It seems that she is unsure in her footing and her positioning, and I am concerned that if put in a position where Chuck Schumer says jump, that she will in fact ask, how high? If you're looking for a Mamdani candidate, if you're looking for a Bernie candidate, if you're looking for a strong progressive candidate, in this race, at this time, it is Abdul El-Sayed.